These guys all have mothers. The killers have mothers. They have women they've loved in their lives. But look at what they are prepared to do. Look at what they are prepared to. It's straight, Joe. Like, death needs death. You need to return death with death. Fire with fire. And we're not doing that in this country. That's why men are so bold that they can end lives like this. Because they know they're going on holiday, man. They're going to go on holiday. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go to prison. Prison is a holiday in this country.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Black and Blending. This channel is all about helping you build great relationships and growing old with the people you love. So if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by subscribing below and turning on the notification bell so that you are notified every time we post a video. Alright. So today we are having a very serious conversation about gender-based violence. Recently we had a very scary killing of a young woman who was 8 months pregnant, and she was stabbed to death and hung on a tree. Rumor has it that her boyfriend might have done it, but he's in custody and we don't know anything further than that, you know. So the sad part is that, you know, this woman was excited about motherhood. She probably had a baby shower, she had a name for a baby, and she had a whole life ahead of her, you know. But unfortunately, some guy decided to play God and take her life away. So today we're just gonna be talking about stuff like that, right? So for me personally, it's heartbreaking to know that there are men out there who would kill their loved ones. You understand? Or even men who would kill in general. Like, who gives you the power to take a life away? You know. So the sad part of the story is, if the boyfriend is actually the one that killed her, he killed his own unborn child. And I don't think there's a reason enough for you to do something like that. There's always a way. Let me go, you know, leave me. Don't kill me, you know. And men are our protectors. The Bible says man is the head of the home, man is a protector.
You know what I think, Ne? I want to address, 2 or 3 topics when it comes to this, right?
Okay.
I feel like number one, Ne, men have a type of mental sickness in South Africa. I think there's just a widespread sickness that men have relating to possessiveness and entitlement to the women's lives, and you know what I'm saying? And that can be attributed to many things, right? But I can also say that, like, the state of family in South Africa is so disoriented, is so messed up, that I feel like family values are pretty much at a deficit in this country. So much so, men are not taught how to deal with or how to live with a woman that they love, or how to love a woman, really. You understand what I'm saying? The widespread fatherlessness in this country, man. And I'm not trying to excuse anything. I'm not trying to excuse the deaths of any of all these women. You understand? But problems can always be traced back to something. You understand? And definitely fatherlessness in this nation, big contributor to a man's mindset check. Because OT needs to see, everybody needs an exemplar in their lives. You understand? That's what a father does. It shows a boy child, you know what I'm saying, how to treat a woman. And in most cases, the men that a lot of women end up with in this country, man, like they teach the children the worst type of, you understand what I'm saying? And that's the base case of this country. But I'll also say this, right? It's not enough for us to go to social media. I'm not saying it doesn't do anything, you understand?
But you
or it's that it's useless, but it doesn't do enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for you to tell me that men are trash. I know men are trash. You understand? I know most of it. We have seen multiple examples of the trash effect of men in South Africa. You understand? So every single time this happens, we have to repeat to ourselves, men are trash, men are trash. We know men are trash, you understand? But what are we doing to change this. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that it's a dual kind of thing. There's a way that men definitely need to change in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong with that. But I think there's also a way in women needing to address the issue within themselves. Because believe me, if most of these stories coming, gender-based violence and women being killed via gender-based violence are coming in light of the fact that you were in a relationship.
So you were killed by a loved one.
You were killed by somebody
you
you let into your life. Somebody you decided to trust. One needs to ask themselves, who are women of this country trusting and why? Because that issue is the overarching issue. If you didn't let a man into your life who showered you with gifts, instead, if you were looking for a man who truly valued your life, who truly valued your presence in their lives, trying to truly love you, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Then, at the moment they showed you the viciousness, or like they clapped you, or they did something, some type of violence, you would leave immediately. You understand? But instead, a lot of these cases, in most of these cases, there's a history of repeated violence before the actual fatality.
And then they stay because of material things?
I don't know what they stay because of, to be honest with you, but we can argue that material things definitely drive a lot of women to feel appreciated by men. Most women think if a guy's buying you a car, taking you out, doing this or doing that for you, that's materialistic or whatever, is somehow the guy showing you love and appreciation.
Roses
it's
and
not.
teddy bears.
Roses, teddy bears, they're not. Valentine's Day, that's not love. You understand? Love is you appreciating a woman so much, you respect her so much, you wouldn't lay a hand, a single finger on her body. You understand? You can see a person who truly values something. You check. You can see, like, men are crazy about cars. You'll see a guy with a Lamborghini, they won't lay one finger on that Lamborghini. And if you come with a little coin, you decide to scratch the Lamborghini even a little bit, they will go mad. You understand? So you can see you can see value. When a person sees value in something,
so
you can see
basically
it.
the women, okay, I'm just trying to make
there are a lot of women that ignore the fact.
Red flags.
Exactly.
They ignore
There
the
are
red
many
flags because of how they are treated
Dude,
after the abuse.
I don't know how to, I don't even know how many times we have to visit the topic, but it's even something that's honestly, it's normalized in South Africa. It's actually a normal thing to go with that guy,
the bad
the bad
Someone
guy, the drama filled.
He doesn't answer your calls, he ignores you for months.
And then comes with roses and Benzes and whatever. You understand? No, I mean, sometimes he does hit me, but it's
it's my fault.
Yeah, but it's not like that. Sharp way, it's shame. Young. Guy. If you end up dead, when is it going to click? When you're dead? You understand? That's my question to women. You understand? We already know men are trash. We already know men are vicious in this country. I think that women need to shift their focus onto their defenses. You need to start now realizing that the people you think you are putting in your lives to protect you aren't enough protection to have. The main protection you need to have, honestly, in this country as a woman is yourself. Protect yourself.
By choosing the right
By
one.
making sure that any sign you get, any red flag you get from a man that's in your life that shows this guy, D-man, if ke mo tlogela fela 2 minutes fela, just let me, if I just turn my head one day, he could kill me. If I take my eye off this guy, he will kill me.
But now everybody
understand?
seems to think that there's no good guys out there, and we only left with these, these people that
Dude.
you're saying are sick. So how do you know? Like, how do you know this is a good guy and this is not a good guy?
We're living in a country of around 60 million people. Right? About 2/3 of that are women. Right? 1/3 of that is men. That's a lot of people.
There's a lot of
Right?
sick people there.
No, but what I'm trying to say, the problem isn't that there's a deficit of a person that you can have a relationship with. There are many penises and vaginas out there running around everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? We're not at a shortage or at a deficit of having people. You understand? So the problem isn't that there aren't enough guys or there aren't enough girls. You understand? There is more than enough of every gender. To be honest with you, that is the problem. The problem is that there's too much, there's an overflow. So we become complacent about the type of person we are looking for in our society. You become complacent about the moralistic value you're trying to look for in a guy. Ask any chick what type of guy they want out here. No, since I be sharp, since I be built,
You must dress nice.
what's he king? I keep a job. He must have a job at least. He must. You see, those are things that they're great, right? But they're not core values. They are not core values, dude. At the very least, there's no women you'll come to and ask them what type of guy you want, and the first thing they think, he must not be abusive. You understand? He must not be violent to me. He must be, a loving person. They'll respect my body. There's no women who will. The first thing they say.
Not to say there's no.
I've never come across one.
Say you've never come, but don't say there is no woman.
No, they are sharp. They are sharp. But
Thank you.
But I haven't come across. It's hard to come across, which is a problem. You understand? That's a widespread problem. I feel like we don't really have the core values the way we need to have in the society. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a shame because here we're dealing with time and time again, we're dealing with rape. And let me say something about the law in this country, dude. Honestly, Mautiba, they go to jail, they come out on good behavior ultimately in the next
and then they do
4,
the exact
5
same
years,
thing
7
again.
years. Same thing happens again.
Yeah.
So what's the point? We don't have a death penalty that takes people out who need to be taken out. You can't let a person like that live, dude.
Yeah. A kill for kill.
He hangs a woman in a tree. They live. They can eat. You can put them in the hostel, in prison, as if he's in boarding school, fair lanji. You know what I'm saying? You can't let that person live on and then think he won't impact the society badly ever again.
So if I understand it correctly, what you're basically saying is that women can prevent, right?
Yeah, definitely. In a big way, in a
by
huge way.
choosing the right guy. If a guy does show you some sort of red flag, it is okay to pack your bags and start over.
Dude,
again.
what I'm saying,
there's a lot of
what I'm saying to women is this, dude.
Yes.
Don't depend on the men are trash hashtags to address the issue. You understand? The men of this country, dude, don't try and try and change the men of this country in addressing the problem. Forget about it. You understand? There are too many men to change, too many mindsets to change. Don't focus on that. Focus on making sure that the guy you let into your life is a guy that wouldn't lay a finger on you. And if he does, via same time, done. You understand what I'm saying? That is the most important thing. There are many other problems, yes. The whole men are trash and men are crazy, sick, whatever thing. We'll deal with that as a society through the justice system if we have one day when we have one. You understand what I'm saying? But for now, the most important thing when it comes to a woman, the most important thing to you should be you, your well-being, and the well-being of your child. and who you let into your life and the life of your child. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is your ability to decide, Hore, this guy could kill me. Get out of here.
So instead of meeting somebody and looking at their material things, look at the core values.
Yeah, you check.
How they've been brought up.
That's what I think is most important, dude.
So do you think these are the type of conversations that people should be having out there?
They won't have them. Because it's much easier to give into the anger of hashtags and men are trash and all that stuff. And then after that, it all dies down. And then guess what? Another incident comes and then the whole thing repeats itself again. That's how we're not addressing the issue. We are not. You
so
understand?
how do we address the issue towards the men? Because now you've spoken on the ladies.
No, towards the men. Towards the men. Towards the men. There are men out there. You understand? Who we see this, right? We see this, and in the same way that women are doing this whole men are trash hashtag and all that stuff, and how you feel and enraged and everything. There are men out there who are enraged about this stuff too. I feel like, honestly, I felt like I want to kill the guy, honestly. It didn't even happen to my wife. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not a cop, I'm not a judge, I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, the onus upon changing society at large, in terms of the men of this society, the onus is on the justice system. Honestly. That's why I think it's relaxed, dude. And the justice system is relaxed in this country, dude. We don't have a death penalty, dude. Honestly, that's the most important thing for me.
Do you think if an example is made, then maybe
examples need to be made. They need to be made. People need to be killed for killing. They need to be killed for raping. And that's what I think.
Or maybe
that's what I believe.
They should just cut your dick off.
A person's dick, you cut the penis off, you think they're not going to they have hands. What, you're gonna cut their hands off too?
Jeez.
Cut everything altogether, cut their lives. They are prepared to cut lives themselves. So you must cut them too.
Oh, it's a scary world we live in.
We must kill. You understand? Justice also requires death. Death is an important part of the justice system that this country doesn't have, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think the justice system needs to rethink the reinstatement of the death penalty. It's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
So the men must have a conference.
Reform, in terms of reform and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff, honestly, man, there's only so much you can say to an entire system of a family in a country where fatherlessness is so rampant, dude. Like, there's only so much you can say to a man about how to treat a woman. You understand? There are messages out there, adverts, they're not doing anything.
I mean, there's movies also. Like
movies, series, whatever. People are seeing this. You understand? These guys all have mothers. The killers have mothers. They have women they've loved in their lives. But look at what they are prepared to do. Look at what they are prepared to do. It's straight, Joe. Like, death needs death. You need to return death with death. Fire with fire. And we're not doing that in this country. That's why men are so bold that they can end lives like this. Because they know they're going on holiday, man. They're going to go on holiday. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go to prison. Prison is a holiday in this country. They are. They know.
They are more comfortable than most countries. Oh my God.
Or sharp, South Africa. You can hang somebody in a tree and then you know what you're just gonna go on holiday in prison. You'll come back to society and then do it again.
Whew.
It's sad, but it's true. That's our country. That's why I'm emphasizing upon the women. Ejo, you're in a jungle. You can't convince these vicious animals whatever you're
With
trying to
the
convince
hashtag.
them with your hashtags, forget about that, dude. Protect yourself, dude,
Yeah.
from them. Don't let them into your lives. You understand? It may not eliminate all these violent acts completely, but I'm
definitely
telling you,
there'll be a big change.
there'll be a huge change. Huge. Check. Okay, guys.
Hey, I'm left here with shivers on my body and stuff.
Yeah, hey, Black and Blending signing out. Go ahead, you do this better than me.
I know, I like the black and black standing out.
Signing away.
Anyway, please note that these are just our opinions in this video.
Yeah.
You know, that's our opinions, but leave a comment below of what you think. How do you think we could, do more than just hashtags and tweets and Facebook and videos? I don't know. Let's
Sad time.
let's have a conversation in the comments section below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, and we will see you in our next